Welcome everyone to a second update today in a day where Bitcoin is flip-flopping, going up and down, pushed a little bit because of some Mt. Gox delay news, and then reversed or retraced everything all the way back. And now it's bouncing a little, but the overall key point is that we are still above 58k. Markets are correcting a little while the dollar is acting quite strong at this point. And we're going to discuss an altcoin that has been covering social media in the past few weeks. We're going to make a small update on that one if we have enough time to do so. But we're going to look at the Bitcoin pair and USDT pair for Litecoin. Before we're going to do that, do not forget to subscribe beneath, like this YouTube update if you enjoy the content. Also, do not forget to check out my Twitter and Instagram, as tomorrow we're going to launch a new product that is going to be linked to our company, which is 8 Global. If you're interested in that, definitely check out my Twitter and Instagram where we're going to release that. And also, in December, we're going to do a massive giveaway for the entire month, or at least until Christmas. I'm going to give away tons of prizes. So definitely check out my Twitter because there it will be. So, when we are looking at the price action of Litecoin has been accelerating quite nicely in the USDT pair in the past few weeks, or actually in the past week. Entire social media was discussing that project. Great, wonderful, fine. But if we're looking at the Bitcoin pair, we are not seeing too much strength, right? We do see a few important things that we want to conclude here. First of all, we've got an increased amount of volume that is taking place in this entire downtrend, which has been taking place since the peak high of February 2018. We do see some hiccups, or we do see some rallies in which Litecoin has been showing strength, in which we have been seeing some run-ups, but the USDT pair is still beneath the all-time high of 2017. So is Bitcoin overvalued, is Litecoin undervalued, or is there anything in between? But the conclusion we can derive from the Bitcoin pair here is that the price action of Litecoin against Bitcoin is still trending south. But I'm getting interested because we could be reversing trends. And it's also interesting to include a few of those moving averages in your thesis. Actually, I do not want to include this one, but I want to include this one. If we break those moving averages and we start to consolidate on a higher level, the chances that we're going to break through that moving average or break through the downtrend are going to increase significantly. So those moving averages have to flip in order to have that continuation taking place. But more or less, what am I looking at when it comes to Litecoin? It is a flip of a time frame or a level that used to be support, we felt beneath, and now we're acting above once again. I've covered this on Twitter too. We are looking at a flip of a level to see whether we can actually make a higher low. So this entire region that we have here, around 3400 to 3600 sets, is an area where I want to see a flip taking place, because that would be a signal that investors or traders are interested into a position of Litecoin at this point. So this is my crucial level. If that is going to hold, we can start building a thesis where we're going to look for upwards momentum on the markets, or at least for a long entry based on the Bitcoin pair. What we can also conclude is that the moment it is going to make such a higher low or continue trending up, the chances are that you do not get too many entries before it starts to blow off heavily. So if we look back in history in 2017 and 2018, very swift bounces are taking place, a sudden higher low for 2 days or even a little bit longer when it comes to this breakout, and then it starts to accelerate and you don't really get any chance at all to get into a position. So I'm believing that if you want to get into Litecoin, the chances of Litecoin's opportunities are around the corner. Yes, the market is correcting. Yes, we might face another correction taking place. But if you want to look for a position of Litecoin, this is probably the level that you want to be looking at. It's a very easy thesis too. If we lose the level, you probably get stopped out. which you should definitely do. And the downwards risk is then relatively low, while the upwards potential is pretty significant if it starts to crack this entire downtrend. Looking at the USDT pair, we are actually retesting some levels. So I've mentioned this previously. I've mentioned the fact that we're still acting beneath the all-time high of 2017. We are also acting beneath the all-time high, or the movements in the peak high in 2017 and the movements of this run in 2021. Whoa, that was a mess up. We are still acting beneath, through which altcoins still have to get their momentum, which will most likely be December. How to assess that, how to get your portfolio going, you have to become a member of our platform, where I'm completely sharing how to build your portfolio and how I'm doing it in all circumstances of the markets. Right now, the FOMO has taken place on Litecoin. We've had this run towards 290, and I've discussed it this morning. I said, okay, this is a critical resistance that we have to break through, and we didn't, because we tested it for the first time. So because of that, people will be taking profits, and then the market reverses the other way around. We've seen it happening in the previous run too. Right now we are seeing it happening too. Where are we? We are somewhere in this period here. So the actual run will still be taking place for Litecoin. In that way, the optimal trade that you're going to look at for Litecoin is this zone. This is actually a good zone to start looking for, because it's the same assessment that we have made when it comes to the Bitcoin pair, with the lowest risk involved and the highest potential or upwards potential involved too. So if you want to get into a position, this is definitely a region where you want to seek for any opportunities. If we drop below, we probably get stopped out. You're going to seek for another opportunity around 165. Doubting we'll go to that far, but at least in this region, or already where we are at, you want to start DCAing your position, because based on the Bitcoin pair, making a higher low would be great. Based on the USDT pair, flipping this level around $200 will also be a key trigger for upwards continuation. So that's my update for today. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow with 2 fresh new updates. Have a wonderful day, and don't forget to subscribe beneath.